Went with the normal difficulty, huh? That'd be my pick for a first playthrough. Nice to see.
Architect. I hope this does not turn back into an active war. This is the Order's anti-air control center. If you don't have specific business here, kindly keep moving.
Apologies. My work requires a rather high amount of focus, and as such, I'm unable to engage in idle chatter.
Malfunction, laboratory mishap, and/or miscellaneous unspeakable dangers.
Please call me at a convenient time.
Hello? Someone's there? Yes? Did the missive not play, or was it garbled in some way? Are you somehow struggling with coherence? If so, to be clear, Zerania Manufactory 7 presently and for an indeterminate time is in lockdown. That means no external transmissions, no visitors. Wait, you have a writ? From the Abbot? But we don't have any means of... yes, they said they have a... yes, sir. This is Factor Maytunier. Am I to understand you have orders from the Abbot? Quite convenient for you. I have no way of verifying without allowing you entry. Very well. Come inside and we'll see this sorted. But...
over here. You're not getting down below until you talk to me. So, the abbot deigned to send someone whilst we're contending with all manner of emergencies, did he? Oh, and I see you have a Protectorate Arbiter with you as well. Of course.
Your casual method of address has been noted. Consider yourself thankful that present company stays my wrath. Some.
Till we ascertain the truth here, you'll understand if I remain cautious. Sometimes I cannot fathom what goes through the abbot's mind, but your papers do seem to be legitimate. I will unlock the elevator so you can speak with Proctor Svoboda below. I'll send word you're en route, but fair warning, I cannot predict what reception you will receive. I expect your behavior will remain impeccable. As soon as I've seen to securing the facility, I'll be along. The recent attack may have originated from this facility, but I assure you it was not at our hand. We have no desire to resume open warfare with Auntie's choice. One of our transport pods, filled with Zeranium, was diverted toward, or more specifically at, their location. Though functionally correct, I assure you. The transport pods are fired into space, where they are collected for redistribution. To date, no one has ever misused them for this purpose, despite the explosive nature of the material. Fortunately, we have potentially identified the culprit, and we have managed to corner the apparent perpetrator down below, which would be a good thing if they had not, somehow seized control of the manufactory operations. Our suspect, one Initiate Alva, previously supervised launch controls. Though steadfastly maintaining her innocence, she has also barricaded herself in the operations control room below. A move I admit I'm to a reasonable degree pleased you were on hand to corroborate current
Consider finding a human companion if you seek conversation.
It evidently originated here. Transport pod full of Zeranium. Blue outpost opportunity to naught but tinges and flinders.
Wait, so has it been classified as an accident?
Initiate Alva, stand down. Relinquish control of this facility immediately.
Oh, my dear Proctor, you can't believe a low-level drudge like me is responsible for any of this.
You'd have us all believe you seized control to demonstrate your innocence. Wait, is this being broadcast?
I have no idea how this audio doodad works. You're the one in charge here, Proctor Svoboda. Are you sure you didn't do something?
I demand your unconditional surrender at...
Hello, Proctor? I'm pushing buttons over here now. Did I disconnect you somehow?
Not clear to speak with random factors.
Ah, yes, of course. Next on my list of lowest probability events, strangers sent by the Abbot, gallivanting about amidst a lockdown. If we'd been able to communicate beyond our walls, might have saved you a trip. As I can successfully report, we have identified the responsible party. It's less what happened than who happened. Initiate Alva, that is. A low-level subordinate, assigned here years ago. Her role was to launch transport pods of volatile uranium to collection points in space. Not at the outposts of our rivals. Those poor, short-sighted commercialists. A spy or turncoat, no doubt. A sleeper agent from one of those secret enemy programs you're always hearing about. But I haven't even told you the worst part. How Alva took control. The subsequent, albeit strangely indirect, obloquy and vituperation. The lives lost. Whatever for. We've already established her guilt. Failed to see the use, frankly. I suppose some limited nosing about before dispatching her wouldn't hurt. Presuming she doesn't kill us all in the meantime. I'll be in my office. Let me know once she's no longer a problem.
This unit beautifully acknowledges your presence. Conversation is not possible at this or any time.
We're still in lockdown, so I take it you have failed to see...
Now, this is important. Would you describe the Varachnic Calicere as slavering when it attacked?
I suppose I could
How
spare
much viscous fluid
0.004% of my daily
estimates
cycle to say hello.
I don't know anything about the fluid's volume.
Happy to chat for 0.07
There's
seconds.
cool all over the spot it emerged.
Time's up. Bye.
Of course, she's hiding something. You think those two exemplars just spell wrong? They're hardly prone to involuntary self-injury.
Investigator? Always account for standard deviation. These circumstances proceed toward intended results.
hello. A visitor. And who are you, dear? You're what? Some maverick for hire? Oh, no, I can see it now. Earth Directorate, yes? Like Commander Zane and that rascal Buddy. And who is that you brought with you? A friend? Could that be a Protectorate Arbiter? And someone else? Oh my! That Earth Directorate support mech is a design classic. All this for me. Fear I hardly deserve such attention. This entire business is just a terrible misunderstanding. Oh, believe you me, I'd like to know that more than anyone. I am thoroughly unaware how anyone would think me capable of all this. I am a simple, unremarkable factotum, an everyday order initiate, well at ease in her small role within the plan. It's all a mistake, compounded by hearsay, miscommunication, and faulty conclusions. I'll tell you exactly what happened. Our transport pod leveled outpost opportunity. I immediately realized someone must have bypassed my terminal. I initiated a lockdown to block further tampering. Had I not, additional attacks may have continued. Now, despite a long record of dedicated service, who's being blamed for this calamity? Me, somehow. Dear me, I wish I did, but... Actually, there may be a way you could gain answers here. The firing record should contain all relevant details regarding the... Why, yes! I could unseal access to the records repository for you, and open the path leading there. I'd be right grateful if you'd have a look. I swear I'm completely in... Certainly, of course! Appreciate your help, dear. May the plan favor us against long odds.
Alva's
May circumstances proceed toward intended results. Controls that guy here. Don't see Auntie's being too dissuaded by them, though.
Our Earth Directorate friend. Hello. I've been conversing with Factor Matadier here while you were away.
Yes, they witnessed me rather discomposed, I fear. Visions of Auntie's choice reprisal clouded my thoughts at the time.
The Factor is less accusatory in his questioning than certain others, which I respect. Good manners cost nothing, I always say.
Troops now guard the entrance above. Our safety addressed, I have turned my attention to the cause of our situation here, and I have deemed it wise to investigate further. Do not let my position fool you. All within the Order are scienticians, and hence we seek the truth of any hypothesis based on evidence. The Proctor's accusation is no different. You suspect me somehow? One must keep one's eyes wide open in such times, I suppose. Now, I believe you had an update for Initiate Alva.
You've examined the launch records, yes? What did you find? I'd say they've obviously been altered, dear. Fancy that odor you detected, a sign of chemicals used to effect the falsification. Ah, but listen to me. What do I know about this sort of thing? I know I've watched too many Aetherwave serials. Suppose they fuel my fervent imagination. But still, even the most junior scientician knows the best explanation is one requiring the fewest assumptions. Ergo, I set the correct coordinates. Someone overrode them. Someone may be pulling her strings, perhaps. That's what investigators like you say, isn't it? Now, what you uncovered appears to imply two further avenues of inquiry. A Zeranium leak occurred moments after the launch. I imagine it may have been used as a diversion, allowing the culprit time to falsify the record. The overriding of the coordinates also deserves a look. Don't you think? Oh, I'm full of hidden depths, dear, but this isn't the time. Later, I promise. Anything you want to know, from my first science crush to my scientician aptitude test scores. I expect the Zeranium leak stemmed from alterations to the control boards and refinement logistics. I'd look for any signs of tampering that may point to the culprit.
I can speak to the coordinate override, I believe. All commands are routed through the hub in central processing. If one meant to accomplish what you're suggesting, they would likely look to do it there.
All right. There. I've unsealed both areas. With hope, what you discover will help us determine the responsible party.
I'll stay here and play for more time. If the Proctor sends anyone, I'll say I'm close to convincing you to surrender.
Proctor Svoboda seeks retribution. This unit is capable of complying.
Perpetrators becoming pretty nervous right about now. I mean, they must have believed their plan was flawless. But problems began to mount. Earth started to multiply. An Earth Directorate agent arrived. Lo, that must have done in their calculations. Has to be somewhat stressful, don't you think?
I shall not stay your execution!
over here. Thank you kindly. I am decidedly in your debt. Anything you need? Anything I, a lowly archivist, can provide you, a heroic individual who is handy with doors? Of course. I am now able to breathe easy and respond freely. Works in operations, right? Always on about her stories. Wish I had time to watch serials and read all day. Strange question, but yes, all commands pass through the hub here. Through that wiring underneath that open floor panel in the back of the room, actually. Well, in my professional opinion, looks like someone rerouted some commands from operations. Not sure which ones. Based on the sloppy state it was left in, I'd say they either barely knew what they were doing or were in a rush, or both. I was in my cot doing advanced equations. After the explosion occurred, I rushed here to check my terminal. The door was creaky to open. I should have known it would lodge in place when it closed, but I was distracted by the disheveled state of the room and rushed inside. Well, that's about everything I know about everything. Careful on your way out. Try not to be liquefied and subsequently devoured. May all your theories prove true.
May all your theories prove true.
May all your endeavors add to the equation.
It is difficult for me to tell how strange Alva's situation is relative to anything else within the Order. It all seems equally inexplicable.
Respecting one's elders is considered good manners in most colonies. Exceptions may be made for violent offenders.
Ah, yes. Suppose you'll do. I'd been hoping an empiricist or assessor would amble by, but you appear reasonably apt. The Zeranium overflow venting has gone completely haywire. Oh, what else will this higgledy-piggledy nightmare of a day bring? I was ordered to keep watch until a specialist arrives. Might I entreat you to act in such a capacity? The control board to divert the flow of Zeranium is up yonder in... Well, as a fellow student of science, you'll be especially interested in... We developed a pharmaceutical primer that, technically it poisons you a little, but also heals you quite effectively. Shut off the gas, it's yours. Tremendous. May deliberate endeavors beget expected results. You're back. I see my choice in you was well found. Zeranium overflow venting has returned to a non-haywire state, and my internal levels of disquiet. This is anecdotal feedback at best, but I find sometimes a gift helps. Something that makes one feel deserving. And by assisting me, you have this card will allow you into our humble little research lab. It's right past operations, can't miss it, unless you do. The pharmaceutical primer I mentioned is inside on display. With the leak abated, I am fully prepared to be peppered with queries. Now that you mention it, yes. I recall I was worried about one crisis, and my mind was completely occupied by this other crisis nearby. I must admit, I haven't given the attack a single thought since. I do hope everyone's okay. Not much. Keeps to herself mostly. Or that is entirely. Like all of us, she resided in the barracks 15 degrees to the northeast from here. You mean just after the attack occurred? I was in a state of anxiety at the time, and, well, I'm sure you're aware higher levels of cortisol can impede the encoding of memory. I am...
Always account for standard deviation.
Oh, hello, dear. Why, we were just talking about you.
Or specifically, potential implications for a multitude of troubling scenarios, based on probable results of your investigation, downstream outcomes, and such and the like.
You know how the Order is, always calculating something. But please, tell us what you discovered.
That you've found evidence that the coordinates were rerouted is definitely something. Would be an odd step for Alva here to take, except perhaps to throw blame elsewhere.
I admit I had the knowledge to cause the leak, but not the authorization. And yes, why would I reroute coordinate commands away from here? I'm sufficiently certain our proctor is conspiring with an outside party. So I'm coming out now. She's going to tell me who she's working with. Then I'm going to kill her.
Wait a minute. You're going to what? Our investigation, it's unfinished. And you're an initiate. What are you talking about?
Oh, I see you two thought you were proving my innocence. No, you were helping identify my target. I'd advise you, dears, to help or stay out of my way. Proctor Svoboda needs to pay for her actions.
Her possible involvement notwithstanding, Constance Svoboda is an Order Proctor, and I cannot abide her cold-blooded murder. Especially by someone we clearly know so little about. You are far more capable than some back manufactory button pusher. Who are you, really?
I am a dedicated agent of the Order, but no, dear. My name is not Miriam Alva. I am Marisol Delgado, formerly of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection.
That group was just a story to scare novice scienticians. Next, you're going to be telling me you're... Wait. It is you, isn't it? The one they called the Endpoint.
Searching service record. No additional names found. Obscenities were excluded from the search.
I must admit, I'm not entirely sure. The rumors about your department. They said anyone who might delay the equation being solved disappeared. If there are any hints of truth to that, I find it severely at odds with Order tenets for balancing efficiency with humanity.
This is hardly the time for a history lesson or debate, I'm afraid.
That you are who you are, and are standing right, and have been here for years. It's all much to digest. I suspect your methods are not my own, nor the Order's, as I know it. And I fear your intentions for Proctor Svoboda. I cannot be party to this, but neither shall I stand in your way.
A wise calculation, my friend. Good thing you showed up when you did. You saved me from having to kill everyone here. Svoboda has much to answer for. Let's go see that she does.
What's this? What are you doing here? Come to surrender, I take it?
After decades keeping this identity, your inexpert blundering has rendered it obsolete. I am Marisol Delgado, former head intercessor of the Order. This would be an ideal time to confess everything. Before you die.
You can't possibly be party to all this. Not with her vast misdeeds so readily apparent.
Our investigator has definitively determined my innocence following a thorough investigation.
Wait, you can't possibly believe this balderdash. This is all nothing more than a flagrant example of artifice and bunco. An elaborate song and dance from an admitted imposter.
Enough, traitor. You made your play. You lost. No more deception. No more lies. Time to pay what is due.
No, wait,
Thus concludes a thoroughly distasteful business. What a nice and thoughtful thing to say, dear. Best search her office. Someone clearly was pulling her strings.
Search away, Commander. I shall keep an eye on the weapon hand of our new compatriot.
The terminal unsealed the effluvium repository. That's traditionally off limits. Ideal spot to hide something. We should take a look. brimming with runoff chemical sludge. It's been renovated, I see. Another terminal. Go ahead. You should have the honors. The Proctor's efforts appear part of a larger scheme. Ah, of course. I should have assumed you had a greater purpose here. I have some unfinished business I need to get back to. I could use help from an operator like you. Believe my specific skills could benefit your efforts as well. I'd propose a strategic partnership. You help me, I help you. What do you say? Good, good. It's a little crowded here, though, isn't it?
Very well. I shall return to my quarters. Perhaps I'll use...
Excellent. Well then, I am quite ready to leave this.
My fellow Loyalists, it is time. Due to the Earth Directorate operatives' continued meddling, we must increment our timetable by a factor of hours, not days. Accordingly, our forces have taken over the monastery. Those I predetermined to be resilient to reason have been executed. The rest should not cause us trouble. I have locked the lift to prevent the agent from reaching the monastery, but the following code will grant you access. 34145. I will continue my work from here, supplying Augustine with everything she needs for our plan to succeed, and delaying the agent as I'm able to. May the results of our actions today secure a more prosperous tomorrow for our sacred order.
Swear I can't lie low for 20 years without everything in the Order falling apart. Well, suppose we better head to the monastery now, yes?
I realize you didn't receive the most welcome of receptions here. Well, regardless, I recognize you've done right by us here today.
going to lend a hand at the exclusion zone. Tend to the injuries.
Grand Agent! Oh, thank good odds and high probabilities you're back. There's been an incident. A rogue faction has taken over the monastery. My seer, Seer Wiley, is trapped up there with other hostages of the Order. To make matters worse, my access code's not working. Without it, I've no way of calling the lift. Peace talks? Yes, Ruth informed me, but how did you learn of them? No one outside a select circle are supposed to be aware they're happening. That's a serious accusation. Why would I do such a thing? No, I can't discuss this right now. The monastery. The truth is, I held Wiley back. I kept him from advancing for my own selfish gains by spreading lies and false concern over his competence behind his back. But I needed him. I still need him. I'm not the savant he is, never have been. If he'd advanced beyond his current role, my deficiencies would have been made manifest to all. I'm sorry, but we really haven't the time to litigate this issue further. In case I didn't make it clear before, the monastery is currently in jeopardy. Representatives of Auntie's Choice in the Order are meeting to discuss an armistice and possible collaboration. It's an unprecedented opportunity to shorten this war. I know I mentioned it before, but compartmentalization is crucial to the success of most of the Order's operations. But I'm afraid I won't be accompanying you. I can't be sure my presence wouldn't alter the outcome of your efforts in prodigious and unforeseen ways. I have full confidence in your skills. You are an Earth Directorate agent, after all. For myself, I regret to say I'm a peacetime abbot. I was never meant to navigate a war. Once you reach the monastery, make your way to the observatory. If the conspirators are seeking the core, go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you.
I assure you these traitors haven't factored us into their equations. Ready to be the hole in...
Are you sure that rope can support us?
I am 100% certain that its tensile strength is marginally greater than our combined weight. Probably.
Wait! Look! Someone just came up near the lift. It must be unlocked.
That's all bluster. We're an unpredicted variable in his equations, and he knows it.
Wise among us know that nothing occurs without a catalyst. Today, we are that catalyst, setting into motion the future most aligned with the plan. Hold that belief in your minds. Let it strengthen your resolve, and do not hesitate. The time for ideation is concluded. Now is the time for execution. Those outside the Order and some citizens within it. Let all things happen for a reason. But the wise among us know that nothing occurs without a catalyst. Today, we are that catalyst, setting into motion the future most aligned.
need to leave us this nightlight.
That device may be the deciding factor in whether you live or die in the near future. You can expedite hemostasis and proliferate new tissue on your own within a fraction of a second.
No. But I have been told my pain tolerance exceeds normal thresholds.
Another must be too narrow.
Found another one. Damn it.
Nearby.
I knew there'd be a high probability of fighting, but I didn't think.
Hey, none of that. Remember what Wiley told us?
Document every corpse you find so we have an accurate head count later?
Well, yes. Also, not everyone.
Right. Investigating hostile intentions. Locking them down. Torpification in progress.
For your logical count.
Ready to assist with Agent's health needs.
You've suffered extensive damage, Commander. And ready. Balancing the equation.
Attempting to bathe in hostile zones is highly discouraged.
Mobilizing.
Standing by with support.
Torpificator at ready. Capacitor unit away. Prepare be numb. Mitigating the threat. Proceeding to attack.
Those junction boxes.
Threat assessment?
The N-ray scanners will show how to lie.
Standing by to stupefy. Capacitor out. Get it while it's energized.
Grand Architect's perspiring brow, if you try to cite the... Armed conflicts are not the inevitability... Oh, and I suppose we're going to pretend that...
Anchorites, be warned. Any conversation with these two may prove pedantic.
I'm aware of the errors of his methodology, but Long's overall opinion is still... Actually, an outside opinion might be useful at this juncture. Our current topic is whether and how do you predetermine the harm of action? We make those estimates all the time. We're going in circles again. If only we had access. I need the book, Only Real Numbers, The Casualties of Appeasement. And I require Archivist Mahler's I'd also caution against borrowing additional titles. The scribes are absolute fusspots when they're... You're in luck. I just finished my third reread. When we're finished speaking, I'll put it in the collection drawer. But do take care with it, especially around the... I'm sure I have no notion of what you're referring to. Good for him. About time someone put... What my colleague means is, I do hope no one's been hurt, though. I see. That is distressing to hear. Augustine? I will add it has been some time since we last saw her. Not since before the schism, in fact. Augustine was obsessed with the rift. She wanted to know all the potential routes the Order might take to deal with it. We explained that the rift is an aberration of the plan. Apologies, but gossip doesn't fall under our purview. We've secluded her. Much appreciated.
Yeah!
handle this.
Emergency protocol syringes primed.
Moving up to improve accuracy.
Look, I know this ain't gonna get to the abbot, but I have complaints that need registering anyhow. This monastery's too big for the staff we've got, and it sure seems like the scienticians and leaders here ain't fixated on keeping neat. I might just be a novice, but at 73 years of age, I have enough self-respect that I shouldn't be picking up another body's lavation towels.
Hostilities are
Ain't
afoot.
as bad as it was an Auntie's choice, but that don't mean it's good. I just ask you folks to remember that there's more of importance out here than just your lives.
Not possible.
Taking the fight out of them. Mitigating the threat.
Wiley's plan. Eliminate the target.
Well, this is quite modest. Very simple and austere. Can hardly guess who lives here. Did the abbot take a vow of resplendency?
Merely correctional stamps onto a test of order aptitude. And who do we blame when a student fails? Why, their instructor, of course. Bishop Basar has failed this order.
Someone help us!
The stalwart agent arrives. I need more time to finish my work, so I've prepared a choice for you. The hostages in the card press before you will die unless you intervene. If you go through the door on the right, you'll find the means to save them by solving a simple puzzle. Leave through the other door, however, and they will die, screaming in abject terror. But how could you call yourself an Earth Directorate agent if you allowed that to transpire?
I know a stall tactic when I see one. Calls on you, though, dear.
Current priority, stopping Agent DeVries. Secondary priority, preventing the Seer from assisting Agent DeVries.
Entirely depends on your priorities. My former department would say keeping on mission is of paramount importance. But I no longer think I agree.
Acknowledged. Eliminating, saving the hostages as a priority.
Of course, Commander. Sometimes the work is a ruthless equation.
Praise high probability. Wiley trapped us here. He let some others go, but didn't even give us the chance to surrender.
He's lost his wits. Kept going on about his puzzle in the research wing upstairs. That must be where he hid the key to stop the press.
Hurry!
Indicate this safe is of some consequence. Completing the puzzle mentioned by the Seer Wiley, the contraption appears to have no greater purpose than to waste your time, Commander.
Think it'll be fast when the...
Resorting to violence.
Section determined. Advancing for an ideal
You tried to limit further damage, Commander. relaxed, not charged.
Assistance.
Constant. Re-engaging! You are a throwaway
Fortification in progress. Locking them down.
Way to get the ball rolling.
Or to put it another way, this is a fantasy. Or can it truly be dismissed? If indeed you wish to cross to our world for a time, I would first ask that you indulge one question. Is fantasy limited to the confines of imagination? Would you call me a powerless creation? More than wishful thinking, more than fiction. Something capable of affecting beyond its bounds. Thus change comes. As fantasy forged into a new reality. Perhaps the story about to unfold before you comes unfolding as I now myself. So let this day.
Commander, it appears this puzzle was designed to intentionally squander the following resource. Time.
Looks like we're in the clear. The capital's just through this desert.
Is it true then? The king is dead? Aye, and the guards more concerned with the funeral than keeping the roads safe. So now the monsters are roaming in broad daylight. No soldiers to kill. Monsters, huh? I've certainly been hearing the stories. To say nothing of the vacant throne.
Ah, see? Didn't I tell you our friend would be back?
Hurry! Disable the card press machine!
Congratulations, Commander. These hostages are no longer under threat of imminent pulverization.
You stranger. We should be okay here for now. Go pay Wiley his just dividends. For all of us.
What did I tell you? All according to the plan.
Yeah. Wiley's plan, which almost killed us.
I'll handle this. Consider self-preservation a priority. Go for torpification.
Positioning for cover.
Taking the fight out of them. They're benumbed. Capacitor deployed. Free energy if you can reach it.
Enemy moving into harm's way.
Progress! Found!
Energy capacitor out.
Proceeding forward.
Stun weapon ready.
Readying application of force.
As indicated.
Mitigating the threat. Locking them down.
Unit requires service.
Taking the fight out of them. Multiplication in progress. Who doesn't appreciate it? Appreciate a good orrery. Worthless people. Well, that's who.
So Clemens and Svoboda's killer arrives. So much of our plan ruined because of your meddling. Victor's explosives would have minimized casualties on both sides. You may have bested my peers, but they were never my equal anyway. And neither are you. You took so long, I was beginning to think my little puzzle actually stumped you. You seem confused. Allow me to delineate on the totality of your failure. Saving the hostages, I was able to transmit not only the coordinates for the peace talks, but also the station security protocols, giving Augustine control over its automechanicals. That's preposterous. In a transparent attempt at sowing discord between us, I haven't the time nor desire to enumerate the failings in your logic. Suffice to say, you misunderstand the basic. The Order has been dislocated from its ideals.
All I hear is empty bluster from an amateur schemer, whose only success so far is failing loudly at a sloppy plan. This slapdash takeover of yours is graceless and rushed and reeks of ineptitude and desperation.
And who are you, exactly?
Marisol Delgado, former head intercessor, Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection.
The endpoint. No. The improbability of you interrupting my plans at this singular moment beggars belief.
Our aims are so similar, I'd almost consider joining you. Had you not proven yourself such bumbling fools, dragging me into your mess. Consider how much uncertainty has been introduced into your equations. Can you have any confidence in your predictions at this point?
What in the Architect's computational summary are you on about? That hopeless, ineffectual, over-reliant waste of workspace? He wouldn't dare. But I am beyond reproach. My talent without peer. What has Joseph ever done for the Order except occupy my valuable time with useless queries? No, this is some kind of deception. It has to be. I could not have missed such obvious machinations. My math is correct. My math is always correct. How could I have failed to recognize such gaps in my predictions? I checked and triple-checked. What could I have done? Where did I err?
Enough! Please. Your point has been sufficiently made, and I've already sent Augustine everything she needs. But all our communications are... Though, I cannot say whether the information will be useful. Obviously, my analytical acumen is not what I'd assumed. Now I must send word to my allies here at the monastery to stand down and notify them of my
To believe I mattered in the plan's grand scheme.
Yeah.
Leave me be. I have no more predictions to offer. Now or ever.
I have grown worried. I have not received word from Archivist Clemens in some time, and I imagine you would have relayed any pertinent information by now. I fear this bodes ill. Without him, our only option is a direct assault. A risky proposition, to be sure. The last thing any of us want is for our plan to spiral out of control. And so it falls on you to seize back that control. Use the methods we discussed to take command of the monastery. When it is done, I will send further instruction. You have my trust. I'm much obliged for your tireless work. With this knowledge of Greater Tranquility Substation and however, without Archivist Clemens and his explosives at our disposal, we've no choice but to though the codes will allow me control of the automechs on the station, yet we must act unflinchingly.
The peace talks are imminent, Commander. Please return to the incognito when you are ready to depart.
Agent, over here. It seems the situation here has been resolved, but I don't see Seer Wiley. Were you able to secure his safety? I won't trouble you to provide more details then. But please allow me to thank you for your assistance in reclaiming the monastery. Without your intervention, I fear this could have been a far greater tragedy. You are welcome to collect the experimental weapon inside the observatory, the Oracle. It was Landon's design. Only seems fitting you take it. May all your future endeavors proceed.
I don't know what you're complaining of. We emerged totally unscathed.
I'd estimate I'm 43.11% escape.